Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Left Wing Fruit Podcast.
Wait, we're starting?
Yeah, I'm going
okay,
now.
redo. Okay.
Okay, are we going now?
We're good to launch.
Oh,
Good to take off. Just get her going.
All right, hello and welcome to the, I think it's the 10th episode of the Left Wing Fruit Podcast. I'm your host today, Lucas Jackman, and I'm with our lovely guest here, Maddie.
Hey.
Back once again. So school season is upon us. Most of North American kids, they went back to school this week, or they are going back to school this week. So we're going to make this podcast about back to school things. So Maddie, today was our first day.
Today was
students.
our first day.
Yeah, and how was your first day back?
Oh, it was pretty lit, man. I mean, woke up this morning, had a pretty nifty experience, I'm not going to say.
Yeah?
Yeah. What about you?
What was so nifty about it, huh?
Well, you just roll out of bed, saw some clothes on, because sometimes at night, it gets pretty steamy. You gotta shed some layers.
Totally.
And then waddled into the washroom there, locked the door and everything. It was totally like, it was professional. It was professional how I lined this up.
Yeah.
And then I had an exotic moment with the toilet, and then it didn't flush. But there's no plungers in residence, so maybe I should send an email to Simon Fraser.
I'd suggest you let someone know potentially.
I think I should. And then I walked out of the bathroom, went back into my room, and then about 2 minutes later, a girl comes out of the washroom, and she sounded very distraught, like she had just seen something monstrous. And she's like, "Who clogged the toilet?" And I just started dying laughing. It was a good way to wake up.
So because we're we're pretty close and everything like that, I feel comfortable asking you this. How was like the shit that you took in that bathroom?
It's pretty tight.
Like I'm asking because for her to exit that bathroom and to be like so distraught about it, you would have had to have left something memorable.
I did try to make Thai food the other night. I'm not on a meal plan, and that came out of me like lava. It was like the Ring of Fire, but we don't have to discuss quite like that. But I mean,
it was on par.
For students out there not on meal plan, for your first attempt at your own home cooked meal, try to avoid the Thai. Yep. Especially if you have a cute guy beside you or something, you just don't want to go through that.
That's our first tip of the day.
Yeah.
So don't make Thai food in residence.
Or clog the toilet.
Yeah, or clog the toilet. But my first day was was good. It was good.
That's great. That's all you have to say.
Yeah. Well, I woke up really really early because I was expecting to have class. But I guess I didn't read the schedule right because I didn't have class this morning. And then I only had orientation to go to. So technically, I didn't really feel the need to go to school, but I still went anyways because yeah. But it was good. Yeah, there wasn't really it was a little bit different. I noticed at least going back to school because obviously we're not first years anymore, so we actually kind of know the university life and we know what to expect and stuff. And it was actually kind of cool because like when I was walking by all of the first years and stuff, I could tell that they were first years because they're freaking annoying. But it was kind of interesting like seeing the dynamic, how they're reacting to how I'm feeling and reacting this year around. It was just a little bit different. It was kind of weird.
How would you compare your feelings from entering university on your first year compared to your second year? I
think first year it was like it was very. I wasn't really sure what to expect, and I think that was the negative thing was that because I'm going into film or I am in film, I was expecting it to be like in the movies, which is not for all the people out there. It's definitely not like in the movies, so don't expect it to be like that. But I wasn't sure. My campus is a lot smaller than most campuses. Like you go to SFU,
right?
And for the viewers out there, I go to Capilano, which is a lot smaller in size and in programs. So for me, my whole campus is probably the size of most people's high schools, and that's just because it's very specialized and stuff. So for me coming back this year, it kind of just felt like I was going back to school. Like it didn't really feel like I was going back to university necessarily. It just was like, oh, okay, I'm going back to do the thing I do, and
And plus, you're really passionate about what you're studying as well, right? So you must have felt some excitement going back in today, or were you mainly disgusted with?
Oh no. No, I was excited because like I obviously really really like the program I'm in, and I think that's the one benefit for me is that I knew that going into university that this is what I want to be doing. So I was actually pretty pumped to be back, to be honest. And I'm excited because tomorrow's our first day of classes, so I actually get to, learn things, which is cool. But I feel like for the people that don't really know what they want to do, it might be a little bit different of an experience, like a different first day and stuff. But for me, I was content.
You were content.
Yeah, we'll say I was content
satisfied with the day.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. What about you? Did you find that like today was a little bit different than last year's first day, or?
Entering university, just because I thought high school was a joke, honestly, just like how cliquey it was, statuses, stuff like that. Totally. Some people have a wonderful experience, and nothing against that. However, entering university first year, I had a lot of hopes that people had matured and people were more genuine. However, I find a lot of first years still have that high school mentality. Mm-hmm. Entering this year, you're more alone, yet at the same time you're more optimistic. Your future is becoming more clear because you have another year under your belt and you're progressing. You're always progressing. So yeah, no, I was pretty stoked. Had a moment this morning again. Entering my first class, but hey, that's okay. We all make mistakes. But
were you ever one of those kids that like didn't know how to get around the campus like last year? Like on your first day, like did you know where you were going?
SFU is okay. Anyone that wants to go to Simon Fraser University, first of all, there's construction everywhere. If you were a warthog, that'd be your heaven because it's just a mud bath and yeah, just a concrete jungle. So I was completely lost. There's a ton of stairs, so I mean, you're gonna get some great cardio at Simon Fraser University. Yeah, no, that's all I have to say about that. I ended up, actually last year I went into the men's washroom. They need to make washroom signs more visible because...
At your university or in universities in general?
I mean, I haven't visited many washrooms at other universities, but Simon Fraser, I mean, they need to put like a tie or something on the guy because like just the shapes... It's just two shapes. It's just not cutting it anymore. Sometimes you wake up too early.
It needs a tie on the door.
Or like a little thing. A little thing.
You're gesturing like the shape of a penis. A little
nigga to just...
sorry, what was that? Sorry, repeat that one again.
A nugga. Not...
Nugga.
A
Nugga, folks.
Yeah, just so people... I mean, like on days where they're under the influence or on days where they're just so tired, they just know where they're going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at Capilano, we don't have that issue. You know, our bathrooms are pretty clear. Capilano 1, SFU 0.
Literally. SFU, though, if you are wanting to go there and you just randomly found yourself on this link, it is beautiful and they do have some awesome courses. However, if you're looking for a facility that is a little more friendly and the atmosphere is a lot better, I'd recommend University of Victoria or University of British Columbia.
Yeah, those are very good schools.
They are very good schools.
Also, I'm going to segue out of this for a second. I just want to apologize to the viewers that are listening right now. We are currently sitting in my room in North Vancouver. But so we're sitting in my room right now and I have two roommates and they're sort of living in the house obviously, so you might hear doors shut or you might hear like echoes or I don't know. The audio might be shit is basically what I'm saying. And that's due to the fact that we are so low budget at this point that we are in my room. Yeah. Anyways, segueing out of that one, so
bringing it back.
Yeah, bringing it back to school now. So we have written a list here of some of the do's and don'ts for those people that are going to university. This is more of like a general list of like some do's for the first week or like the first couple weeks of school, just to kind of make it a little bit easier. And then obviously some don'ts because always there's some things that you don't want to do. So Maddie, do you want to start us off? We'll kind of go like one by one, like give us one of your things. We'll talk about it. You know?
Sure. Yeah. All right, let's start with do's.
Yeah,
then.
We'll do the do's first.
So do's, I would say, just be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not.
The other thing, too, is that for those people that are just getting out of high school and stuff like that, sure, you were someone in high school, but there are lots of people out there that sort of, they get into these little cliques in high school, and they're kind of like, they're not really themselves. Like they are, but they're not. So university kind of offers that nice sort of start over. Kind of gives you a little bit of a do-over. So you really get to shape who you want to be, right? And so that kind of segues into one of my do's is I would suggest for those people that are like starting up this university sort of life, be outgoing, make friends, meet people, do as much as you can, get involved because like you don't want to be that person that's just too cool to do any of that kind of stuff. Like, you want to definitely get involved and do the things that interest you, because that's what's going to make your university experience the best, is like actually doing things that interest you rather than just being lame and like sitting at home doing what you could be doing any other day, you know? That's some of my suggestions.
I completely agree. Branching off of what Lucas is saying, university is very independent. Most students are away from their parents. They're away from home. They're either an hour's drive, a plane ride away. You're on your own, basically. You have your own space to live. You have your own classes. Teachers aren't going to be chasing you down, telling you you're not handing in assignments. It's a very independent world, and it really shows you what the real world is going to be like. I mean, you have to build yourself up, and you have to build your own destiny at the end of the day. And the only person that can shape your own happiness is yourself. So don't be fooled. It's not this group of friends. Yes, they contribute to your happiness, but you have to make these choices that make you happy and point you in the right direction. Another thing that I'd suggest doing for a do is, I mean, I'm not a huge partier. I don't drink that often. I'd rather have...
She says as there's
I take a sip of
a beer right beside her. I don't drink that often, you know.
You poured it.
Yeah, okay.
He's a sneaky bastard. But anyway, where was I going with that?
I don't know. You tell me, man.
Like, what was I even talking about?
You're saying you're not really a partier.
Oh, right. Okay, so...
The beer is really kicking in.
Okay, well, Lucas just
two
jumps
sips in. 2 sips in.
And then what I was going to suggest is, a lot of people in their first year anyway, they do go out and party. That's how a lot of people do meet. Even if you aren't a huge drinker, it's a great way to just go have a conversation with people, build your communication skills. If you're a girl, you can find yourself a dude. If you're a dude, you can get your D wet that night. I mean, university is full of women that are just down to give out for the night. But anyway, I do recommend going out here and there just to have a conversation, meet people. It does help you migrate into different groups and stuff like that, for sure. So.
Oh yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like that kind of ties into some of the stuff that I've said too. Is like just get involved. Like do as much as you can, because like this is your life. Like ultimately, we should be living it rather than just like sitting around and watching it like evaporate out of our hands, kind of thing. So, and university is the perfect time to experiment and to do things that you don't normally do, or like try things new. Like do as much as you can, because like you're in your prime right now. You're like 18 to however old, like 25, 30, you know, like university is ageless. So, you know, live it up while you can, because you only get to do it once. Well, some people do it more than once, but it's usually a one-time thing, so definitely enjoy it.
And another thing you have to remember about university is, excuse me, even though we are an identification number inside of an institution, the cost of living and how society is progressing, you need this degree in order to go somewhere in life and to have a comfortable living. So even though you can look at it, a lot of students go into university and they look at it as a giant party, you still need to find diligence and motivation to get yourself ahead, because at the same time, if you are just over partying, and this I guess would be a don't over party, you're gonna end up failing, and you're gonna end up on academic probation, and you're gonna find yourself feeling dumb, and all these negative emotions are gonna have a really hard impact on you, and you're gonna find you're not actually in a great friend group because these people are always partying, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you also need to focus on your grades.
So she says, party, but don't party. It's basically what Maddie's getting at. But no, that's true. Like, definitely do as much as you can, but don't make it a habit that it gets in the way of like other things like your schooling, because obviously education's like the most important thing. That's the reason you're paying thousands of dollars. Like, otherwise, who would pay thousands of dollars to go to a couple average, you know, residence parties, you know? Like, if you're doing that, your life is sad. I apologize, but yeah, so moving into some of the don'ts. I have don't skip class until second semester. I feel like first semester is sort of a transition from high school to university, and it's a significant transition that everyone needs to make, and you definitely need to be attending those classes. Whereas second semester, it kind of pitters out a little bit, and you kind of get used to how university works, and you kind of realize like, okay, like if I have something important that's due in the afternoon and I have a morning class that I know there isn't anything due, then you can take those sacrifices. But wait till second semester if you're going to skip any class, is what I'm saying, because first semester is so important, and if you fall behind in first semester, there really is no chance of like getting that back, especially if it's your first year university.
Very true.
Yeah.
Another good thing is if you are planning to attend law or med school, they usually look at your last 2 years. However, everything does apply. A lot of places, they do take away about 8 credits of bad grades or something around that. So there is, just say you have one bad semester, there's a there's a situation inside of your life that causes a trauma. It is okay if your grades do slip a little bit, but like Lucas is saying, stay on top of it first semester, just so if you are going to skip, you're in desperate need to, you know when to skip, so you have a better idea. Another don't would be don't wear a sweater to a residence party. I mean,
that's a good point.
You're literally gonna turn yourself into an oyster. You're gonna be pretty hot.
You're gonna be sweaty as fuck.
Especially like if you didn't shave your armpits, ladies. Like that week, like sometimes
for that week, yeah.
Or like sometimes you let it go. You get in touch with your native roots. It happens. But like if you're at a party where all these people are dancing around and you're wearing this giant wool sweater, like you're gonna get like those pit stains. You're gonna get the sweat, the fun bag sweat. Just don't.
I love the sweat.
Yeah,
the sweat's what
well, Lucas
gets me
is
going.
a freak of nature.
Yeah,
he'll lick up your sweat, but don't wear a sweater to parties.
What are other like res things that you would suggest? Because obviously, I go to Capilano University and they don't have residents, so it's a lot different for me because I'm living in a house with 2 other people. So it's kind of like I'm just living with roommates. Whereas residence obviously is completely different. You're living on your own, but you're in a little house with everyone else that's living on their own and stuff. So what are other things that you'd suggest not to do? Just curious.
Don't set off the fire alarm at 3 a.m.
Someone do that? Oh, you did that. So a little backstory. I did know that someone pulled the fire alarm, but I didn't know who it was. And
I didn't pull it.
Kieran a while ago was telling us, wow, there was some asshole that fucking pulled the fire alarm at 3 a.m. I'm trying to sleep. I have a football game in the morning. Like, oh my gosh, who is Satan? Like, who is that awful person? And now I find out it's you, Maddie.
I left a candle burning. I was taking a little snooze. I guess some steam.
Was it actually like a fire?
No. It's just they have heat detectors inside of your room.
Oh, okay.
And then those things are sensitive little bitches. They're like pussies. They just go off, and I didn't even wake up throughout the whole duration of this fire alarm. I just got a warning the next day and an email and a CA. We have CAs that regulate the floor. Each floor has one, or each building, depending on the space and where you're living. And so. Just don't set off the fire alarm, guys.
Do all residences have a CA?
Yes, they do. You can actually, if you guys are planning to attend SFU, I'm not sure how other universities work. However, you actually make about like $3,500 a semester, and you get free living. So being a CA, yes, it's a lot of work. You have a lot of scheduling to do. You have a whole floor to look after, but at the same time, it has really great benefits.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'd honestly recommend it to anyone. Yeah,
especially if you're looking for like a job that'll work around the school program, because obviously, if they're handing it out to students, they're not gonna like totally fuck you over with your classes and with like working and stuff like that. Like they would easily. I would assume, at least, that they would work around your schedule.
It's busy, nice. But it seems generous. So.
Yeah, it seems like you're getting a lot of benefits from that, so that's really good. So yeah, become a CA. That's a do. That's our 5th do. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the don'ts, bringing it back to the don'ts. I would suggest, for the guys out there, don't be that guy that tries to go around and hook up with every girl on the first day kind of thing. Or like, yeah, well, just do it. You could be that guy, but like that guy... That guy, like, goes around, tries to get everyone's number, tries to...
Grab the world by the ball.
Tries to hit up everyone on the first day. Take your time. Like, you're going to be there for 4 years. You don't want to get off on the bad impression with certain people and stuff like that.
Depends who you are. There are some total sleazebags out there that just love getting the D-wet every night. Those guys,
totally.
Just,
and you know...
monsters.
Yeah, exactly. Go live it up while you can, you know? Like, take the bull by the horns, I guess. But, like, for those guys that, like, aren't a fuck boy, Sorry to call you other guys out, but for those who aren't fuckboys, just take your time with it, you know? Like, it's the first day of school or the first week. You don't need 20 chicks' phone numbers. You got to meet some nice people and have some good conversations, and then things will go from there.
I guess another note to bring it back about quotation fuckboys, because there are quite a few of men out there that do like to take advantage of women that open themselves a little easier than other clams out there that, you know, you gotta pry
Yeah, you
open
gotta
and
pry it open.
Shove. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Shove the hand in to pull out the pearl.
Oh yeah, just shocker.
Yeah, shocker. Oh boy.
I'm totally kidding. No,
Yeah,
well, I'm
sign
sure...
me up for that.
Oh boy, as he just comes across as an emotional lad.
Yeah.
If you're a man that's coming to university and you're taking your studies seriously, you have a sport or you have another curricular activity that you're really passionate about, and you're looking to have a meaningful relationship, the best thing I can say is just find someone genuine that's going to treat you well. I mean, so many people out there, they settle for the sake of settling. I mean, sure, true love is this huge fanatic, and it seems so cliche, but there are relationships out there that really work and they jive together super well. Just find someone genuine, find a girl that's like a bro, and someone that gets along with everyone that you know as well, because then otherwise there's drama and it's a catastrophe and it's shit. It's literally just shit. I mean, I like shit. Like, shit. But not that kind of shit.
Maddie likes shit.
Well, is that another beer?
It is. I would offer you some, but you're still working on your
Lucas
first
is getting
couple
sauce
sips.
tonight. Just mangled on the podcast.
Yeah. Let's get fucked on the podcast.
Oh,
Woo.
Woo. All right. Should we talk about what these kids should be bringing to school?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Tell us what we got to bring, Maddie.
All right, guys. I wrote up a huge list because, I mean, Lucas told me to come prepared.
Yeah. Okay. So, sorry. Before we start with this, I say to everyone before the podcast, because I'm normally the one that makes sure I know who's on the podcast and I make sure that they're informed. So I tell Maddie, I'm like, okay, like, we're gonna be talking about back to school. Make sure you come with like a list of things that you can talk about or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, for sure. Normally my list is some quick little bullet points. Maybe about 10 of those, maybe like a few more, depending on the topic or whatever. Maddie comes to my house with literally like a novel. It's like page after page of like, not just bullet points, it's like legit sentences, questions. There's like little stanzas, like it's like I'm reading a fucking like something from English class. And she's like, oh, here are my notes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, just no words.
Before I get into what you should bring that will be beneficial for you in a dorm, another don't is, ladies, don't be that girl that always leaves the guy with blue balls. If you're gonna commit to something, you finish him off. Spitters are quitters. There's so many girls out there. I just hear it from my bros all the time.
Spitters are quitters.
They just like, they bring a they bring a girl home and they call me up the next morning because they tell me all about their dirty deeds, and they're like, oh yeah, this chick seems so cool, so down, and brought her back to my place and she ate all my pizza pops and sat her bare ass on Pop-Tarts. Like, ladies, if you're gonna go home with the guy, you know what you're signing up for, especially if you guys are grinding and jiving, so just don't be that little foxy mama that leaves the guy blue balls. Anyway. Yeah,
sorry, I'm gonna just add one final don't as well. I'm gonna say, don't get stuck with one group on the first day. On the first day, sure, you meet some cool people, you're hanging out with them and stuff like that, but the moment you get bored, you shouldn't feel obligated to just sit there and chill with them for the rest of the time. Go meet other people. Like, it's your first day of university. You're not gonna, it's not like you're picking a group and staying with them for the rest of your life, right. You know? It's something where it's like, okay, like, sure, I might talk to these people again, but like, there's a high likelihood that you're gonna talk to other people the next day, the following day and stuff. So it's better to get to know a bunch of different people, see who you jive with and stuff, and then enjoy your first week rather than feeling stuck and unable to escape.
Another don't is, don't eat like 2 things of Tim Hortons chili before. I mean, like, I was sitting in the lecture. The guy beside me.
Was that today?
No, that was first year.
First year,
I learned from my
mistakes.
Ate some
chili, yeah.
And the seats at a university lecture, they are hard. Like, it is like your typical morning wood. I mean, it echoes. So
so imagine with some chili, yeah.
Just
imagine Maddie sitting there with an echoey chair, just...
Tubas.
Yeah, just some little
Tubas
tuba.
going off. Yeah,
little,
it was my own
trumpet.
solo. It was
E flat.
little cheek squeaks and.
Yeah.
Anyway, what
Okay,
to bring?
yeah.
What to bring?
Maddie,
Let's
what are we
go.
All right, Maddie, what are we gonna bring to school?
right.
I'm a freshman. I'm starting at university. What should I bring?
All right, you little boy. So we got.
Little boy.
We have bedding. So you're gonna want to bring a duvet. So usually people actually get comforters instead because duvets are a pain in the butt because you have to unzip them or unbutton them to wash them. So I'd recommend getting a comforter. That way it's all there, and to be honest, you guys probably aren't going to wash it in the 6 months that you were there anyway. I mean, there's going to be love stains on this thing, there's going to be snot, there's going to be tears, you might accidentally shart, like, I don't know, you just might let one slip. It definitely does. You're going to want bottom sheets, you're going to want an extra blanket in between. So you're going to be laying on your sheets, and then you're going to want an extra blanket to put on top of yourself, as well as the comforter.
So we got a duvet, the comforter, an extra sheet, and then another sheet?
Have you ever had those guacamole layers, like those chip layers?
Chip
7 layers.
Sure.
Oh,
7
man.
layers.
Those are beautiful. Like, you just dip a chip in, you take a bite, and it's orgasmic. Anyway, you
Sorry,
want your bed...
what does this have to do about beds? Like,
you want to layer your bed so you're comfortable.
Layer your bed like chip dip, is what she's saying. She's saying 7 layers, you gotta get the duvet, the 4 extra sheets, you know, the comforter cover, the sheet cover, you know, you can never be too prepared for this.
I mean, you know what they say when you go out in the wilderness? I mean, you just shed the layers. It's better to be prepared than not prepared. But anyway...
Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Moving on.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Bath towels and hand towels. I'd honestly just recommend bringing 2 bath towels and 2 hand towels. You do your laundry every, like, week, 10 days. I mean, when you run out of underwear, when you run out of boxers, it typically when you do it. Other bedroom items would be family photos. I mean, you want to keep in touch with the fam jam. You want to feel like you're at home.
Well, most people do.
Yeah, most people
Some
do.
people.
Some
people just want to get away. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they just want to run, but and that's totally okay.
Yeah.
Alarm
Maybe
clock.
I was born to run.
Run, Forrest, run. Alarm clock, posters, door wedge. This is if you keep your door open lots. Maybe you're a social butterfly. You will want that door wedge. Trust me. Otherwise, you're shoving a flip flop in there, and it's just like it's not working. You try to strap underwear to the door handle to the you know the bureau handle, and then you're trying to hold your door open, and it's a huge calamity. And anyway, next on the list is a hot water bottle. If you're an athlete or someone that, you know, gets gassy at night, you just slap one of those bad boys on there.
So wouldn't it just be a water bottle?
A hot water bottle.
Is there like a difference from hot water bottles and normal water bottles?
Oh my gosh, Lucas Jackman.
Is there actually? Is there actually a thing?
Fuck a tree.
Wait, sorry. What do I have to go fuck? I have to go fuck a tree?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so a hot water bottle, it's like those rubbery things that you see your grandma with, and she like puts them between her legs or something, and then she's warming it up, right? Because she's getting ready. Anyway, and then
a water bottle.
It's like a hot water bottle. So
but it's a water bottle.
No, you don't drink from it.
You don't drink from it.
No.
Why is it called a water bottle?
It's just a hot water bottle. Like,
but shouldn't it be called like a hot?
You know what? There's probably a different name for it.
A portable water bed.
Water bottle was on my list actually, so I mean you were hitting some points there. That's
you
groovy.
know, bring
That's
a water
great.
bottle, guys, and a hot water bottle. Buy both. Bring both. You can never be too prepared.
Desk lamp.
Yep.
Small rubbish bin for your...
A rubbish bin. We got the small rubbish bin, do we? Maddie, did you pack the small rubbish bin?
Oh man, he's getting confident with those beers in, folks. Alright, coffee mug.
Nah, I'm just being me.
Alright, normal... Asshole. Normal casual clothing. Jeans, shorts, t-shirts, blouses, shirts. Both long and short sleeves for layering and coping with changing seasons.
So, sorry, just before you continue with this list, this is for the people that are moving out, going to university, going somewhere new. This is the list of things you'll need. If you're staying at home, you're not going to need all these things because I would assume you would already have all these things, except for the hot water bottle because I've never heard of that. Okay, continue, sorry.
I hate it. Alright. Lightweight jumpers or cardigans for those autumn days.
Your notes are so specific.
Fleece type jumpers or warmer cotton sweatshirts.
Don't forget the brown fleece ones though, because that's on the list too.
Much easier to wash and dry than knitted ones for colder winter days. Tips from Madeline Glenda Desaulniers II, folks. Underwear and socks, plenty of these I wrote.
Oh, plenty of these.
Comfortable, waterproof shoes. You don't know if someone's gonna pee on your feet. You don't know if you're gonna get
Don't forget
shit.
the uncomfortable ones as well. That's lower on the list too.
I'm getting there. Trainers, going out clothes for pubs, clubs, and parties.
Sorry, I'm gonna make this a lot shorter. Basically, bring clothing.
No, I'm not done.
Bring
I'm
specific
almost done,
clothing for all the different seasons, but you're probably gonna see your
Someone
parents.
is probably writing a list right now, and you keep interrupting, and they're just like rolling their eyes, waiting for me to continue this profound list that is gonna benefit them in every single way.
If anyone is listening to this, if they've made it this far, comment below and let us know if you're writing a list. I would like to actually hear if anyone has written a list.
No one's gonna write a list.
No one's gonna write a list because it's gonna come out like a week later.
Okay, wait. Hat, scarf, gloves. Many students pack for university in September while it is still relatively warm and forget that it'll be cold by the end of their first term. Winter coat, warm, waterproof type. Rain jacket, like the thin nylon type you can stuff in a corner of your bag. Pajamas, in case the fire alarm goes off, shout out. At least one very warm jumper to pull on when working at your desk. Smart shoes or heels. Clothing suitable for job interviews because you might be working your own way through school. Props to you if you're doing that. That is phenomenal. Purses and a wallet. Other would be swimwear, swim goggles, swim towel, gym and sports clothes, more trainers, key ring. Key ring is awesome. Watch.
She paused for a moment. I thought she was done. I got a smile, and then she said, "Other things you may need are."
I'm not done.
And I lost that smile.
Washing powder, fabric softener, but usually if you're on residence, they recommend the Tide Pods. Laundry basket or bag for the corner of your room. Bin nylon bag for carting stuff to the halls. Small drying rack just in case you girls have those nice, beautiful silk shirts. I mean, I don't. I dress like a hobo, but that's okay. Bathroom kit.
She's wearing a gray shirt that's very, very old and like.
How do you know
long.
It's old? I actually just got this.
It looks like rugged.
What's wrong with you? This is like my favorite shirt.
Straight up just shitting on her clothing right now.
I just got dumped on. It's like you just shit in my mouth.
You said you looked like a hobo. I'm just agreeing. I'm saying sure.
You said I didn't say this outfit. Maybe I thought it would fly. I might be looking lit right now, unquote, and you just shit on me.
Quote unquote. She said, "Yeah, I look like a hobo." So, and I just was like, "Yeah, you're wearing gray right now. You're wearing a gray baggy shirt."
Okay, I haven't even got to first aid items. Bathroom kit, prescription glasses, contact lenses, plus your cleaning fluid for those. Copy of your prescription. Spare pair of glasses.
What we're gonna do here is we're gonna link a link in the bottom.
Gel,
it's
shampoo,
gonna
soap,
it's gonna be a skip ahead to where we talk about something else because I really doubt that people are gonna give a fuck about the 20 pairs of hats that you might need. Don't forget the toques because the Christmas season's coming. But also don't forget the sun hats because it's still September and you might get a sunny day.
Fine, new topic. What's next? Hit me with it.
I just want to ask you. Okay, you travel a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you write this extensive of a list for travel?
Yeah. Didn't you get my list when you were going to Brazil?
Oh, I got your list.
Okay,
I looked at it and I said, "Wow, that's a lot of things. I'm probably gonna need half these things."
Brought 2 of the things I put on that list.
No, I brought about half.
Okay.
It did help. I like looked at it quite a bit and I was like, okay, I'll bring about half these things and stuff like that.
Okay.
Quick. Okay. We're playing a quick game here. You have 10 seconds. Name off the rest of the things. I'm gonna count you down. I'm gonna count it silently. Okay, starting now.
Painkillers, cream, like especially if you like poop too hard and then you get a fissure, just buy that anal cream, and then pen, memory stick, you know, the lap thing, because they actually showed a study that if you put your laptop on your lap, it kills the mitochondria. Anyway, envelope, stamps, calculator, student planner, diary, calendar, address book, language dictionary.
Time's up. Don't forget that language dictionary. You're gonna need that.
Even though Google is the best one out there.
Why would you need a language dictionary if you...
I still pull out my dictionary. Put the glasses on.
You're the one person that does.
You know how sophisticated you feel when you plant a dictionary on the desk? Do you know how satisfied?
Do you know how fast it is to Google, what is this translated?
And then you're like licking your fingers, flipping through those pages, and you're just like... Yes. And then it literally makes a sound like if a guy, like when you set a dictionary on a desk, if a guy was to pop a stiffy underneath the desk, that's the sound a dictionary would make hitting the desk. It's just like a... I'm really glad nothing fell.
So what happened was Maddie just hit my like shelving in my room, but my shelving is not actually properly put
that's
in.
really not
And
great.
and there's lots of glasses and stuff above her. So if she hit it wrong, all that glass probably would have fallen on her head.
I mean, Lucas probably would have been celebrating because I wouldn't have to read off any more of my notes, but that's okay.
No, I'd be like, oh shit, I should probably stop the recording. But yeah, so you travel a lot. You pack that much stuff. Like,
actually,
are you like you're not a light traveler? I'm assuming.
No, I actually am. Like, I am so easygoing. If I'm going to a beach, it's just sunscreen, a bathing suit, and then shorts and sunglasses. Oh, and a hat, flip flops, runners. You know, like, okay. But usually you can always fit in like
it's
a
only
backpack.
3 items. 3 items plus 7 more.
Times 10.
No.
Yeah, no, I pack.
Yeah,
I pack decent.
Yeah.
I pack, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
If I had a companion with me, like a friend, they wouldn't feel like a pack mule because I only bring one bag, so it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually like a 1 suitcase kind of person. I'll bring a carry-on with like all my electronics and stuff, but that's just me.
Nerd. What?
Sorry, it's electronics, like my headphones, so I'm not bored on the plane.
Why don't you just say headphones?
I'm putting my electronics in there, my headphones, as well as my iPod, my phone, you know.
All his movies for the plane.
They give you free movies on the plane, which is pretty sick.
Oh, they do?
Okay, so here's a bone to pick, actually. Now that we're talking about planes and stuff like that, right? So, I went to Brazil, obviously, and basically, when we were on the plane, we had a 13-hour flight, and so they had a specific amount of channels because it was one of those flights where you have TV and everything like that. So, like, okay, dope, we have a TV to look at. But they had 7 channels for movies, and those movies were the same movie played in a loop. So you had to time it perfectly to actually catch the beginning of the one movie so you could actually understand it. And I'm not one of those people that will like join a movie halfway through or like even like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in. Like I like to watch it from the very beginning. And so on that 13-hour flight, there was not a single moment where I timed it perfectly. And I literally sat watching one of the movies for waiting for it to finish so I could start it and actually watch it and listen to it. But I ended up closing my eyes and I missed the beginning and I was like, okay, fuck it. And so I just turned it off and I watched the map. But that was my bone to pick. It's like, I hate those flights that don't have the option to choose what movie you want to watch when you want to watch it. You know?
And you said my list was shit. That rant was shit.
It's like a 3-minute rant. You went on for like 8 minutes there. I can go back and I can time it. It was probably more. It was
just hit yourself with some
you
gravel
also
on the
need
plane.
the lined paper. You need the lined dotted paper. You also need the white paper. Oh, and don't forget the colored construction paper. You might need that if you have an art class. If you don't, you probably won't. But who knows? Maybe you want to make a card for your mom to send home. You know, Happy Easter, Mom. Oh, and
why Easter?
I don't know. When I think of construction paper, I think of like Easter colors.
Oh God, he's 5. He's literally 5.
What colors do you think of?
Like black. Anyway, what's the next topic, chap?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about planes, but sure, we're done with planes. So, what do you want to talk about? What else is going on in your life right now? School's obviously starting up. Anything that you're excited for? Any of your classes you're excited?
Absolutely not. I'm taking 6 courses this semester, which is 18 units, which means, like, if I was a dude, my dick would fall off, basically. Like, it's just, like, I'm going to be running to class, to my room, to work, and then I'll eat,
and
go to the
that
washroom,
results
sleep,
in your flaccid penis to drop and fall off.
I mean,
apparently.
to clarify, I don't actually have a fat pH dick. Actually, it's just non-existent.
Well,
you
yeah.
made it sound like I had a dick, man.
No, I'm just saying that in Maddie's terms, walking all those places and being so busy means your dick would fall off, guys. So hopefully you
don't take 6 courses.
Hopefully you don't take 6 courses, because otherwise we're gonna have a lot more
dicks on the ground instead of "It's raining men, hallelujah." Be like,
this is actually gonna be the weirdest podcast ahead.
You fed me beer.
You've taken 2 sips of that beer.
Okay, but
I poured her half of a beer, and she took 2 sips, and she refuses to take any more. It's literally been sitting there for the past 40 minutes, because she took those 2 sips before we started. Oh, she's lifting the glass. Here, I'm gonna commentate. Maddie lifts the glass. She smells it. She takes a big... Oh, she's chugging. Oh my goodness. She just chugged the beer. How was that? For those of you also who don't know, Maddie is a very lightweight when she drinks. Literally, like, half a beer will get her pretty tipsy. So... yeah, she gets like that, and she can't talk. I don't know how it hits you that quickly.
Next topic.
Yeah, okay. What do you want to talk about? Tell me some things. What's going on? Okay, so before this podcast, we were going over what we were going to talk about, and there was something trending on Facebook this past week, and it was hashtag McChicken. It's been trending on Facebook and stuff like that, and Maddie didn't know what that is, so I told her to look it up. Basically, what McChicken is, Maddie just fell on the floor.
He fucks a chicken!
Basically, what this video consists of is a guy that has a McDonald's McChicken, and he proceeds to have sex with the McChicken. And Maddie didn't know what it was, so she actually wanted to find the video so she could relate and talk about it. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about the McChicken.
Has anyone ever gone to McDonald's and made a gangbang? The gangbang.
You're gonna have to describe what that is.
I forget what gangbang is. I'm too old for this, Sonny. Pretty sure it's when you get a McChicken and like some other burger and you mix and match it. It's called a McGangbang. If you ever go to McDonald's, just order one. If you ever have the munchies or you're just feeling like a McGangbang, you just order. They'll know how to make it.
So she's saying that she would prefer a McGangbang to a McChicken if she were to do something like that.
If I were to have a fat dick, I would probably fuck a Big Mac.
Yeah, you'd want to fuck a Big Mac?
Because there's more circumference. I mean...
I personally would prefer just not to fuck my food, you know? One of those people that... I like to eat my food, not fuck it, so... So if it comes down to it, I'm not going to order McDonald's so I can have sex. I'm going to order so I can eat. But, you know, power to you, Maddie. Go do whatever you want, you know? Like, when you grow that dick, you can fuck all the McChickens you want. You can fuck the Big Macs, too. Like,
you smell like a Big Mac.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
I take pride in that.
Oh, goodness.
So what's the deal with, like, weird viral videos like that?
Honestly, I love them.
You like those things?
They just, like, they warm my heart. There's people out there that are stranger than me.
I guess that is one way to look at things, folks. There are people out there more fucked than I am.
Obviously, those videos are just a cry for attention. Most of them. Like, the girl licking the tampon. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
She was, like, getting all up in there. Like,
do you remember the video of that guy that was pouring mayonnaise on his head, and he was covered in mayonnaise, and he was, like, white, and the only thing you could really tell that was, like, face was his eyes?
Absolutely not. I probably would have shit my pants if I saw that.
It's pretty scary. There's some weird fucking videos out there, people. Like, this McChicken one kind of, like, brings it back to, like, some of the older videos. Like, 2 girls, 1 cup. Why would you make that? Like, I get that that's a porno, but, like...
It was, like, a tiramisu chocolate pudding kind of day.
To be honest, to be honest...
Lucas jacked off to that video.
I've never seen 2 girls, 1 cup, and I refuse to watch it because...
He has. It's on his, like... bookmarks.
It's saved. Yeah. But no, I've actually never seen it, so I actually don't know what goes on. All I know is that, like, apparently there's shit and vomit. Yeah, there's shit and vomit, and I know I don't like vomit, and I don't really want to watch people shit.
But he likes shit.
Well, like, I'm not gonna say that, like, shit disgusts me, because it doesn't, but I'm you know, like my food, I don't really like to watch people shit. I would prefer to watch a video of anything else, probably, so...
Okay. Yeah, those viral videos. Some of them are actually hilarious, and it just makes your week when you watch them. You're having a bad day, but others, it actually makes you question humanity. I mean,
Like the McChicken.
No, that guy deserves a medal.
Really?
He banged a chicken that was fried.
He literally put his dick between like
I wonder if that would hurt because like they're kind of like
there's
crunchy,
breading on
right?
it. Yeah,
so
there's
it
some
was
breading.
Probably like sandpaper on his dick.
It'd be like really like greasy, deep fried sandpaper.
Oh man, he probably got like
his dick would have actually been really really greasy. I bet because
wow.
those things are pretty gross.
It up for when he like went home.
We've cracked the case. Here on the Left Wing Fruit podcast, he was getting ready to.
I feel so bad for whoever's
yeah.
listening to this.
Let's face it, no one makes it this far into the podcast anyway, so we're good.
We're good.
We can honestly talk about whatever.
We can literally talk about whatever.
Yeah. So let's bring it back to actual science news and stuff like that. I'm done with talking about McChickens because I just want to talk about it and see your opinion on it. But clearly you were into that, so power to you, Maddie.
Thanks.
Anyway, so a week ago. Here's some actual like science news and shit like that. There's a group of 6 people that completed a Mars simulation. So basically what it was they were in this like this created dome that is basically going to simulate what it would be like to live at Mars or on Mars. So it's like this little dome that you're in and has like living area and like kitchen and stuff like that, but it's like one tiny little room that they've somehow like managed to fit everything you would need in, and you're living with these 6 other people. And so the simulation was basically when they went outside they would have to wear like astronaut gear and stuff like that, and then when they would email people there'd be like a 20-minute delay due to like how it would actually be in space and stuff. And yeah, so that science experiment just ended. They were in there for a whole entire year, and now they're released back to public, the 6 people that volunteered. Do you have any thoughts right now?
Mm-mm.
None at all.
No, because...
Wow, that was a riveting conversation.
Well, it's very interesting. I mean, I do love space and I love learning about it. However, how many times have they brought up Mars and that people can colonize on Mars? And
lots of times.
Yes,
I think the thing is they're gonna keep talking about it, and there's gonna be Mars talk for years to come until we actually send people to Mars, and then it's gonna be a big deal for like a couple months, and then it's gonna die.
Yeah, no, it always is, and they make it a huge deal. I bet you there is life out there just like ours, because there's so many galaxies out there. We are just the Milky Way in this vast space that no one knows if it ends or not. Like, you know what I mean? It's obviously like we just don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, no one knows. It's unknown, but yeah.
Space.
If
you guys are ever really interested in space, I'd really recommend the documentaries on Netflix. It's called Cosmos.
Yeah, Cosmos.
That
really
guy
cool.
is brilliant.
Yeah.
He just makes it a really, even if you aren't interested in space, he just makes it a great time. He's a pretty cool dude, actually. His voice is phenomenal.
It's probably the best show. Yeah, I definitely just burped and I tried to hold it in. It's definitely the best show to watch after you've gone to a party and you come home and you're either like drunk or high or whatever, and you just want to like chill out and watch some cool trippy shit. You watch Cosmos and it's like, holy shit, like our world is fucking crazy. Like space is crazy. Like it's insane to think of, kind of thing. But yeah, space is pretty nutsacks.
Pretty nutsacks. Lucas Jackman, 2016.
Yep.
Hitting it with fire.
Straight fire. Anyway, other topics is going back to school for back to school things.
Pull my list out.
Yeah, pull your list out, Maddie, because we got a couple of doozy topics here.
Woo.
I just wanted to say that apparently, as of today, the youngest student to ever attend the University of Waterloo just had his first day. He is 12 years old, and his name is Diki Shuraitamaja. I'm going to put his name in the link because I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, so apparently he's the youngest student to ever attend the University of Waterloo. And so he's 12 years old, which is pretty crazy. And I wanted to know if that was the youngest kid ever to go to a university, which it's not. So what do you think is the youngest?
11 and 3 months.
11 and 3 months. That specific, folks. I will give you 2 more guesses because you were incorrect. It's lower.
Lower. 9.
We'll say lower.
8 and almost 9.
False. So the youngest kid was he graduated at the year of 10. So he was 10 years old when he graduated.
How is that possible?
His name was Michael Kearney. I will also put the link, as well as the links to the articles for both these. Yeah, he was 10 years old when he graduated. I don't know what school it was.
Is that a real school?
Yeah, it was a real article.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Which is pretty crazy.
Was this Einstein's kid? Did Einstein?
No, but when I did Google the youngest one, there were a bunch of websites that were like, oh, top 10 child prodigies, like, oh, like this kid's the future, blah blah blah, Michael Kearney, and like these other kids and stuff. So yeah, definitely could be our generation's Einstein or something like that. Like I bet you these kids that are like graduating these schools, they're gonna do much bigger and better things than all of us would ever amount to. What's insane, 12 years old and you're going to a university.
And here I am, struggling in math class.
Yeah, and here I am, like, trying to scrape by in my film classes, whereas this guy, Deaky Shummer, whatever his last name is, Deaky is 12, and he's studying engineering at University of Waterloo.
What an impressive kid.
Yeah.
Probably got so much poon.
I doubt it.
Do 10-year-olds have a dick?
Do 10-year-olds have a dick? I'm gonna just let that one soak in for a second and let you think about that one. We have a new segment that we're gonna be doing on this podcast, and it's called Out This Week. And it's basically, we're gonna tell you guys what the new movies, TV shows, and video games that are coming out this week are. So, hitting theaters this week is the movie Sully, which is directed by Clint Eastwood and stars Tom Hanks. It's about a fighter pilot who lands a jet in a ocean or a river or something, some body of water to save a bunch of passengers. So that comes out this week. Maybe check it out. Looks kind of interesting. Also out this week in video game world, we got Elder Scrolls Online Gold. It's the premium edition, and it's out for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I don't know about PC. Did not see that on the website. And then finally, there are 2 TV shows that are debuting this week on Tuesday, September the 6th, aka today. And so we got From Dusk Till Dawn Season 2 on Netflix that's debuting. Or no, not Netflix, El Rey Network, sorry. And then we also have a show called Atlanta, which stars Childish Gambino, which he also created, and it's basically about a rapper trying to make it out of Atlanta, out of the slums there, and become something bigger. That one actually sounds pretty cool. Like, I'm a big fan of Childish Gambino, like, from Community and stuff like that, so I'm pretty down to actually watch that, because, you know, it seems interesting. And it's actually been getting pretty good reviews, too, so. Yeah, Atlanta.
I have some advice, too.
Oh, yeah?
What's new this upcoming week, guys? Weather's going to be 23, 24, 24, 23, 22. Let's go inside. It's sauce on some shorts, sauce on some flops. Grab a few. That's
for the BC, Vancouver viewers.
Right.
We don't know the weather in like Timbuktu. You know, could be snowing. You know, so. But for the viewers in Vancouver, it's supposed to be sunny.
The weather has just been like an old man on a toilet, so you may as well just go outside while you can.
That's about it. We're gonna end it with that. We're gonna end with a little toilet joke by Maddie.
I forgot to tell my school joke.
Oh, tell your school joke. Here, yeah, we're gonna end it with this school joke. Let's go, guys.
Okay, my jokes. If any of you ever meet Madeline Glenda Desaulniers II, you will know I
AKA
am not
Maddie.
Funny whatsoever. But anyway, I thought this was great. Why did the broom get a poor grade in school?
I don't know why. Tell me.
Because he was always sweeping during class. I hate you. Good night. This was Left
Thank you for listening to the Left Wing Fruit Podcast. We will hit you next week with hopefully a more up-to-date podcast. Okay, bye, guys.